All right, welcome to this weekend market analysis for the 16th to the 21st, to the 20th of December 2019. The year 2019 is gradually coming to an end, and last week we saw probably the last most volatile market action on the sterling pounds crosses with that election results. Well, we are just going to look into the charts and see what we have waiting for us. But first, let's look into the Forex Factory economical calendar to see those high impact news announcements scheduled to end the year. All right, we have quite a lot. You can see those red items right here, okay, from Monday to Friday. Quite a lot here. That means we are likely going to be having a busy trading week to wrap up the year, and so we need to be active in the market to see if we can catch up with any valid trading opportunity as all of this news announcement will be pumped into the market. You need to keep an eye on your charts. Well, as per Brexit issues, I am going to share with you some information on the Telegram platform. Hopefully, you will get a clearer picture of the processes, okay, and the expectations regarding Brexit. The final exit plan should come up in or the end of January 2020. That is when we should have the final exit plan before the trade agreement talks will kickstart. All right, let's move into the charts and conduct our analysis for a few pairs. The first one is the euro against the sterling pounds. Well, this is a clear indication of what the sterling pounds look like, even across every other pair. We have talked about this expanding triangle before, maybe in the monthly time frame to be clearer. We talked about this expanding triangle before, where price has been found in the lower boundary as support and the upper boundary as resistance. Now price has come back to the lower boundary, which is also a confluence point. With that level of support. These are previous levels of support coming in confluence with this level. You can see how price kept reacting off that lower boundary and coming around that area. Now price is clearly trading around a key level of support, which is a confluence zone. So what we need to see now is any form of reversal around that level for us to initiate, all right, for us to take a long entry from this point, looking for buy opportunity. As it is right now, okay, as it is right now, based on this current price action, there is no sign of a reversal at this point. Okay, there is actually no sign. So we are still watching to see if we can get any form of a reversal before we can trigger our entry, hopefully back to the upper boundary of that triangle. All right, so in the weekly time frame, price is hugging that level of support. We have to keep watching to see if we can find anything valid to trade there. Similarly, in the daily time frame, you can actually see how price got a little rejection of that area. So we still need to keep watching to see if we get any form of a reversal. Summarily, this is not a good location for you to hit on your sell button because price is obviously trading around a key level of support. All right, until we get reversal, let's move on to the next sterling pounds pair. The sterling pounds against the Australian dollar. Well, you can clearly see that channel formation. All right, that channel formation, you can clearly see that this lower leg here is support, this upper boundary is resistance. Price has clearly reacted off support level, now pushing to the upper boundary, which is likely going to face resistance. Again, there is no clear hint of a reversal yet around that resistance area, and so we need to be patient. All right, we need to be patient, keep watching to see if we get a reversal. If you're looking to trade, this area, this zone here is not an ideal location to go long. You really do not want to click on your buy button, because anything can happen at that point. Price can react off that level to come back down. And again, whenever you see this type of a price channel, you want to be careful hitting on your buy button whenever price is at that level of resistance. So let's keep waiting and watching to see what's going to happen here, to see if we can find an entry for price to come back down. All right, what else? Let's see the weekly time frame. Okay, price still trading around resistance zone. Daily time frame, some form of quite volatile market here with that news announcement. Well, I would just keep this level, keep that one, delete this one. Okay, just simply keep this one. All right, nothing there is really nothing to trade in here. Okay, in the we'll conduct our analysis in the shorter time frame. Let's just end it here. All right, so the summary of it is that price is trading around resistance zone, just like the euro against the sterling pound is trading around support zone. So you want to be careful hitting on your buy button. Let's look at the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen in the weekly time frame. Clearly, price broke a level of key resistance. So price pushed above that area, excuse me, that area of key resistance after tricking traders that it's going to bounce with that pin bar. A lot of traders went short, then it took all of them out on the stop losses. I knew, in fact, I got the hint that that's likely going to happen. Well, price is trading above that level of resistance right now. This is the next level of resistance. What do we do? Well, chances are that price is likely going to hit that level of resistance properly, and so there is still more room to push to the upside. But we will not go long until we find some pullbacks around this zone. This is where we want to nail our entry for another bounce to the upside. Of course, you can begin to see some trend, push up, pull back, push up. We need that pullback for us to push to make the next push to the upside. So haven't established this a trend. Okay, haven't established this a trend. We have seen a swing high, we have seen higher swing lows, we have seen higher swing highs. All right, higher swing highs. So a trend is already being established. What we need to do now is to wait for the pullback in order to take the next swing to the upside. Again, you can also see that we got some form of a double bottom here. All right, that's a double bottom. Price came, gave us that point as a neckline, then push broke to the upside. Could not really push below that level. Then we are seeing another push to the upside. So let's wait for the pullback in the daily time frame. This is what I am following here. I'll be following this clearly in the daily time frame, where we obviously had that range. Okay, it was indeed a range. Even though we got a fake breakout at that level, we need price to make that pullback. Okay, to this area. Let me use we need price to make that pullback to this area. This is where we should be looking for our buy entries in the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. All right, so we'll be following this in the daily time frame. Hopefully we will find the pullback, okay, to look for our buy entries. All right, the next one is the American dollar against the Swiss franc. Well, I don't really need to waste much time here because we have over analyzed this pair, even though price was stalled around that area. Okay, that range for so many weeks, price was flat. All right, it was flat, making it extremely difficult to trade. The pattern, the identified pattern here is this expanding triangle. Price made some attempts, all right, to the upside, but could not, and right now we are seeing price coming back down. The indication here is that price may be trading all the way to the lower boundary of this expanding triangle before we can see another bounce to the upside. And so the best position for the American dollar and against the Swiss franc, just like we have always said, remains to the downside. So you want to be searching for only short opportunities. In the daily time frame, let's see, that range is finally giving way. Let's see if we can intersect some shape here. This range, okay, that range is finally giving way. Of course, you can see, although the breakout is not solid enough, but with the close, with price close, the bears still have the upper hand to push price to the downside. So the most preferable direction to trade here is to the downside. You can also see that. Sorry about that. Let me just take this. All right, you can also see that price wasn't able to push above that that level right here. Okay, it wasn't able to push above. Several attempts, it failed. I expect price to keep pushing to the downside. If you are looking to trade here, well, just be patient. We will let you know in the Telegram channel where we got our entry. All right, next pair, the euro against the American dollar, where this year has been a bit of hesitation for several weeks as well. Price has remained flat within that area for so many weeks. We expect price to also push to the upside, hopefully to retest that upper boundary of resistance. We have analyzed this over and over. In the daily time frame, we got several lines, remember, where we talked about this expanding triangle, and this level here held price successfully as price pushed to the upside. So now this level has done its job. We can now efficiently delete this one. We can also keep this level here as a range. Okay, can keep it as a range. Okay, let's keep that. And this is the level of resistance. Price actually got rejected. Let me zoom in this chart. Got rejected last week with that long pin bar that you are seeing there. Well, it is a long pin bar, but at the point where this is happening, I really do not want to go short. Not just because of the fact that this is an area. Okay, that this is an area of former resistance. In fact, you can see how that area held price here as support previously. Former resistance may now act as support. Okay, former resistance may now act as support. So hitting on my sell button against that area, I wouldn't want to do that. All right, it is likely, okay, it can indeed push in that direction, but I am not disposed, I am not really ready to take that short entry. Okay, what might happen is that price will push a bit down, then resume the buy entry again, and I don't want to put myself in that position. Okay, if you look into the weekly time frame, we have already established that the best directional bias is to keep searching for buy opportunity, because the established pattern here is an expanding triangle. So I wouldn't want to go short against that established pattern, even though I am seeing, okay, even though I am seeing this ugly pin bar around that level of resistance. I wouldn't want to go short because it is against an area that has been holding price as both support and resistance. Previously, support here, resistance here, support right here. I wouldn't want to go short against that level. All right, that's basically all, but let me just take you again into a few price. Let's see the Australian dollar against the American dollar. You can see that price is actually trading also around an area of support. Okay, support. So we need to be watching right now to see if we get any reversal, any bounce from here to take price to the upside. What I would like to see is an attempt to pull through. Then a failure, pin bar, for me to look for my buy entry for price to go back up. Okay, that's what I'll be looking for. The sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. Well, let me just give you a few hints here. Okay, let me address this trend line first. This trend line is not really valid. All right, I have looked at this many times. It's not really valid. That's because the bounce here didn't take out the previous swing low, and so there was actually no trend. There was no trend at all. The bounce didn't take out the previous swing low. There was a trend here. There was a trend right here. If you take this, okay, there was a trend here. You can see that swing went up, came back down. So this previous swing low there has been taken out by this one here. After that, there was no more trend. Price is now flapping up and down. Okay, so in the sideways bias, what should be the most valid analysis for us to have in here? Well, I may want to use this. Okay, that's an area of resistance. Some bounce here, another one here, a fake breakout to the upside, another bounce here. Currently price is trading right here. Now a hit here, hit here, hit here. This is eventually a range. Okay, I may just want to use my shape tool. Let me use that. Okay, mark that area. Okay, then also mark this one to the downside. All right, so we got a range. It is obviously a range. Let's not confuse ourselves, deceive ourselves by drawing so many lines. It is a range. This is the level, the area of resistance, and this is the area of support. So as price is trading around the area of resistance, you want to be extremely careful hitting on your buy button. I will not be going long around that area. And as price traded against that level of support, I was also enjoying that right to the downside and was caught around this area. Okay, let's just hope that we are going to find an entry anywhere around in here for price to come back down. Okay, it's a nice range. We'll keep an eye on it. All right, folks, so that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed this review. Well, you are going to be seeing more interesting reviews by next year. Okay, there are going to be more improvements, more profit for us by next year. If you like this review, simply subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get notified every time I post a live video. Okay, thanks again. If you have questions or contributions, feel free send them across, and I will be extremely happy to respond to them. Do have a profitable last trading week for the month, for the year. See you again, maybe on the other side of the 2020 trading year. Do have a nice time. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your Christmas. As we'll talk again if the market permits. Bye for now.